Hi guys, this is Shar. I am back to discuss Miss Wanda. I came on earlier today for a little live as a reminder for tonight's video on Miss Wanda, and child, I ended up getting in a coughing frenzy. I mean, I have literally been sick as three dogs around here, and I never ever ever get sick. I feel like I've gotten a bad cold or flu, whatever you want to call it, because of that C shot. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Because I promise you, I hardly ever get sick. But anyway, thank you guys for returning tonight and listening. Um, this is a short video about Miss Wanda, and that it was a very, very great idea to let her go. I don't know for sure if she's going to be on this coming season in April. I think she's not, from what we've heard through the grapevine, but she is Tisha's mom, so she probably will be not a friend of, but you may see her coming to over to Tisha's house or any events that Tisha or Marceau may have, or maybe even the brother, Scott, Maurice. I'm sorry, Maurice and Kimmy. Maybe she'll come over there or come to some of their events. Who knows? But for the most part, I'm glad she's not going to be an actual fixture on the show any longer because she's too toxic. Like she is too messy for absolutely no reason. And I hate to say like ghetto and ignorant, but ghetto and ignorant. Like she causes so much strife unnecessarily that it is ridiculous because she steadily meddles in other people's concerns, and she's constantly talking about other people's issues or scenarios, for absolutely no reason. Now, it's one thing to be a blogger or to be on YouTube, and to just actually tell the story of something may not necessarily be considered or frowned upon as, being messy. If someone got into a car accident and busted their tire and their fingernail got broke off, I'm just saying that for an example, I'm not necessarily being messy. I'm just telling the story. You know what I mean? Like telling what happened. Miss Wanda, on the other hand, she does the complete opposite. She tells a story, she adds things to the story, takes some stuff out of the story, some truth out of the story, add lies, over dramatize. She doesn't convey the message properly. We already know she has a speech impediment, so she's making up words, and it's just too much. And now we see, I mean, we've been saw, but it's confirmed the reason why Tisha is the way she is. And I hate to, say negative things about her because, she is a pretty decent looking woman. There's nothing wrong with her face or anything. It's just, but it has nothing to do with that. It has something to do with her upbringing, who she was raised by. And Miss Wanda continuously pits people against each other. She talks cash ish about certain people and certain things, putting them down, or her version of what something will be. Like, for example, she urged Tisha not to take her daughters, Mila, and what's the other girl name? I can't think of the other one's name. Not to take her girls to Melanie's daughter's birthday party, which was Mariah. She urged her, begged her basically not to take her girls to Mariah's birthday party because she said that they're going to be jealous of Mila. I think Macy, is it Mila and Macy? Going to be jealous of them, going to be jealous of their hair. And it's like, what? So, I mean, you're pitting children against each other, even though the children wasn't present to hear that. But, I mean, these kids have cell phones and computers, laptops, iPads, and if they don't have one, other kids have them. They can bring this stuff up on the internet, on YouTube, on Google at any given moment and replay this stuff. So, I mean, they're absolutely delusional if they figure the kids are not getting wind of this stuff that's being said on this show. So, and then we already realized or actually found out from Kiki from the reunion how Wanda was always pitting Kiki and Tisha against each other. First cousins. I believe I'm sorry, I believe Kiki's father is Miss Wanda's brother. First cousins, pitting them against each other. And we heard out of Kiki's mouth where she said that because her father, which was Miss Wanda's brother, was well to do, in lack of a better term. He was well to do in terms of he made good money. I believe it was in construction, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Don't quote me if you know specifically what she indicated. Please feel free to drop it down in the comments. But I believe it was in construction. He had his own business, and he was able to move him, Kiki, and if she has siblings, sisters or brothers, I'm not sure, but and then Kiki's mom, that particular little family was able to move into a home, into a better neighborhood. Now it might have not been the most ritzy neighborhood, but it wasn't the projects, okay? Whereas Miss Wanda and Tisha and her brother, and I guess whoever other family members that they had staying with them, if at all, they couldn't afford to move out of the projects at that time, in the latter part of them growing up. So, it's like, why are you pitting these two girls against each other? They're first cousins, they're blood, they're supposed to be like sisters. But if you're drawing a line in the sand, trying to make one feel more superior than the other, then that's going to be a problem. And at the time, back then, Tisha didn't have a leg to stand on because, one, she was growing up in the projects. Two, Kiki's father was able to move them to a better neighborhood. Three, Tisha and Kiki both were on the same level in terms of, education wise. They both went to higher education. They both went to college. Tisha maybe at this point may have more degrees than Kiki, I guess, because she kept going to get all these other little degrees and stuff. I think she has an MBA plus this real estate degrees and stuff she got. So, I mean, but for the most part, Kiki did get higher education as well and get a college degree as well. I don't know if she too has a master's degree or what, but Wanda just continuously meddles and just adds fuel to these fires for no reason. Like now, her drama that she's having with some other YouTuber, I don't know the YouTuber's name, okay? I think she mentions it in the clip that I have, but so listen out for the YouTuber. I don't know her, I don't follow her, but I guess she heard where the YouTuber was basically calling her out for embellishing the truth about matters that does not have anything to do with her, basically. And you'll hear that in the clip. Miss Wanda does have a YouTube channel. I don't follow it. I'm not subscribed to it. And I don't listen to it. So, for any of you guys that want to subscribe to it or follow her or listen to her, be my guest. But I'm not. I'm just not. First of all, Miss Wanda gets on my nerve with her smacking. She smacks or sucks her tongue in between everything that she says that irritates the heck out of me. Secondly, she can't help the speech impediment. But she could by getting speech lessons. Obviously it costs money. I don't know. Maybe she doesn't have that. Maybe Show Nuff, her food truck, Show Nuff food truck, or whatever it's called. Maybe that's still not doing well yet. But, and then as she was growing up, obviously growing up poor, they couldn't afford a speech therapist, and maybe they didn't offer it in the schools. But I don't know, that's unfortunate. But, usually when people have well, it's not necessarily a disability, but it is something that she has an issue with. And usually people, when they have issues, they tend to be a little bit more humble. But no, not Miss Wanda. She's still trying to get in your face, cuss you out, go off on you, and can't even speak properly. So, that baffles me. It totally baffles me how you trying to get live and get smart and get with people verbally when you're not even speaking correctly. It's like, you know, oxymoron, basically. So, yeah, I'll let you guys hear the clip. It went on for about 25 minutes. I didn't play that whole thing. I feel like I've played too much in terms of she is just completely and totally annoying. And if Carlos didn't do the right thing by getting rid of her, I don't know what he did, because he did. He did the right thing by basically just not allowing her to be a fixture any longer on Love and Marriage Huntsville, okay? She needed to go, and she needs to go have several seats. Facts. Facts. Because she's just too messy for absolutely no reason. If you're going to be messy with you and yours. You don't have to meddle in other people's business. Martell don't need no help with the messiness. He just don't. Or the drama. He stirs up enough messiness and drama on his own. He don't need nobody adding to that pot for him. And also, she's Miss Wanda in this audio clip, she's also referring to a post that Tisha made. I didn't make a video on it. However, I did post it on my community page. It was a entry that she made on her social media, where it was a picture of her and her husband Marcel. I guess they were out there on, I don't know where they were. It looked like a work site, okay? A work site. And I don't know if you guys know, maybe some of you do. Marcel supposedly is in the middle of, or in the process of being part of building a hotel structure somewhere out there in Alabama. I don't know if it's actually in the city of Huntsville or another city out there, but it's somewhere out there, right? So he's in the process of that, supposedly. And Tisha made a post where it looked like she may have had a hard hat on. I can't remember now. Forgive me. Like I said, I'm on a lot of medications because of my cold and stuff, but I can't remember if she had on hard hat or not. She may not have. But anyway, the caption was, she loved that she's married to a strong man or a strong leader or something like that. Check out my community page. It's either the last post or the second from the last post that I posted it on my community page. And I don't know if I got a the picture of Carlos King basically saying money making Tisha or something to something to that effect. And everybody knows that people call male money making male and all that stuff. So um yeah, I don't know really what Carlos King is doing either. Sometimes I gotta study him and look back on a lot of things that he's talked about and have said, and try to figure him out now, because sometimes he be on something different too. He does. He really, really does. He does. But I don't know. I'm still trying to figure Carlos King out, because when my last video, like I mentioned, it almost seemed like somebody, I don't know if it was Carlos King himself or production of the show, seemed like they wanted to make Mel look like she's the glamorous one, numero uno type thing or vibe or whatever, as far as her and her beautiful glamorous dress. But yet I don't know if they just added the pictures for Kimmy and Letitia with their regular dresses on and just added them to the main um, photo, or told them to leave those dresses on for the main photo. Because as my last video showed, they actually did have more spiffier dresses. Kimmy had a long white dress. I believe it was long sleeve and long to the floor. And Tisha had a short little black dress. It looked like it was mainly for the club, simply because it was short. Had it been long, it'd been different. But it wasn't an ugly dress. It just, because it was short, like a move something dress. For me, it just seemed like it was like more for like cocktail or a nightclub type vibe. It didn't give like glamorous, um, after five glamorous upscale. It gave club vibe for me. But it was a pretty, it was a cute little black number with some embellishment on one side. But it was definitely more spiffier than the yellow dress that she was captured in for the main photo. So I I even mentioned that in my last video. Like, I don't know what bag somebody was coming out of on that, if at all. Was that just a mishap? I don't know. And for him to say money making Tisha, I don't know where that's coming from either, because how it's almost like he's trying to steer the narrative in a certain direction going forward. You know what I mean? Like, trying to make it seem like Tisha, and I'm not saying that they don't make any money in their businesses. I'm not saying they don't. I don't know that to be true or false, but it does seem like he's trying to steer the direction of the narrative, like as if, she's the money maker now, or as well as Mel. And she doesn't necessarily peddle products like Mel does, but Mel does a lot of different things. We know she wears a lot of different hats, business hats, you know. And it does, it seems like Carlos is trying to steer us into thinking that about Letitia as well. And we know that they do have black, and I guess we know that he's supposedly a part of this hotel that's being built. But that would be Marceau, right? But I guess because of Scope and she's the CEO of Scope, you know, I guess that's why he's saying she's money making Tisha now. I don't know. Drop down in the comments and tell me what you think the Carlos King MO is, because I really don't know. And then, like I also mentioned before in one of my videos, she has products coming out for Mila and Macy as well. I think they're hair care products. So, and because remember I mentioned, like, oh, I'm waiting for Stormy to say that product is bogus because she hasn't had it, tested, the ingredients tested for a lengthy, long period of time to ensure that it's a good product. Because according to Stormy, that's what you got to do. Years and years of testing before coming out. Anyway, girl. But and she never did say anything about Tisha coming out at last minute, final hour, pulling some products out of her, you know what, for her daughters and sticking their name on it or whatever the name of the product is. I don't even know. Okay, she hasn't said anything about Letitia in a negative way at all. So yeah, these people, Stormy, of course, Letitia, Miss Wanda, now Marceau. Marceau used to just gush over her, right? Now he's not gushing over her anymore. He done hopped on the bandwagon of the hate mail train. And of course, Martell is on that train as well. And of course, Destiny is on that train as well. Now, how in the heck did the whole show, everybody on the show, against the woman? How is that possible? And why? Why did Marceau jump on the bandwagon? I guess to support his wife. Well, you didn't have to jump on the bandwagon to hate Mel. All you had to do is stop gushing over her like you was secretly down low in love with the woman. Or lusting over her. Let me tell it, lack of a better term, lusting over her. That's how he used to act to me. So you didn't have to jump on the bandwagon of hating Mel. You could have just stopped acting like you liked her. That probably would have helped a great deal. But no, he decided to jump on the bandwagon of hate or diss. And then we already know that about Destiny. I don't know about Maurice and Kimmy. Maurice definitely is showing more. I wouldn't say disdain, but he don't show too much positivity or really support, I guess, for Mel anymore. Kimmy, I don't know about Kimmy. I think Kimmy, honestly, I feel like Kimmy truly, 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 truly tries to stay on the fence to the best of her ability. She tries to stay in the middle. She truly, truly does. I have to give her that. She truly, truly does. Now, I haven't seen her jump over the fence yet completely on the Scott side. You know what I mean? And she's definitely not completely in support of Mel. I feel that she is to a degree, but she doesn't really show it. Again, she tries to stay neutral. She's not really showing that much support for Mel on everything. However, she's not necessarily always in agreement with Tisha and Marceau either. And she definitely don't never show that she agree with Martell. So that's what I say about Kimmy. I can honestly say I truly, truly feel like she truly tries to stay on the fence, which is very, 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 very hard to do with all these multiple personalities here on the show. So I do commend her for that. However, she's not perfect either. She has a tendency to have drama, but she's gone through a lot. We all know that from her sickness, that she did kick, she beat, she rang the bell of being cancer free. So, I do truly believe that stirring up trouble and keeping up mess is not really where she's at right now. Or ever, really. I never really considered her a mess starter. So hopefully that will continue, right? Because I just don't see her as a mess starter. But you never know about people. But hopefully that stays like that. But for the rest of them, I don't know. It's tiring. It's exhausting. It really, 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 really is. So I'm gonna play this clip. I probably talked too long because I didn't want the video to be that long. But I'm gonna play this clip of Miss Wanda. You guys tell me what you think. Drop down in the comments. And please like and subscribe. Please set your notifications, as I cannot really be on a schedule completely right now, just because I got like 2 jobs, school, and all this other stuff. But so please set your notifications for when I do drop videos. Thanks so much for listening. Ciao. What I'm saying is, I got a word to say to a couple commentators. Yep, I got y'all name ready to go. Yep, yep. I heard a couple of them out here saying that they gave the word when Carlos came on and said that he told Tisha she was the money maker. Hey, let's get it rolling, baby. The T is Carlos left out the real. He was not trying to compensate what y'all was saying out there. Compensate. Compensate. Like what the hell is compensate? What he's saying was he was the money maker, but he made a mistake and he meant the real money maker. Okay, that's a different than a money maker than the real money maker. So that means you stacking those dollars, okay? Okay. All right. Y'all get it, don't get it twisted now. Okay? Yes, we talking about that money making, baby, the real money making. Yeah, I'm coming on. I'm coming. Y'all slow it down some, okay? I'm coming. I got a bone to pick with everybody. I know 3 of them. I got a bone to pick. I'm not calling y'all name because y'all already know what you said. So everybody know, oh, she was talking to this person, or she was talking to that person. Okay? So, let me get into a little bit of thing. I heard someone said that I was mad. I was getting mad because Montel and Ariane did not go to jail. I mean, they did go to jail. I was mad to hear that they went to jail. Lord have mercy. I'm mad because of that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all, sweetie. Because if I was beating on my bed and knocking boots all night long, I'd probably go to jail too. Those apartment they live in is papers thin, okay? They were just handling their business. And hey, they making a lot of noise. They was like it was thundering over there. Like, to me, the word on the street that they got a baby on the way. But I don't know that. I can't speak on that, but I do know. But I'm not gonna tell you guys. That tea, I'm gonna keep it for me, okay? But I will let y'all know a little bit about that. But like I said, if they over there doing hell of their business and they got a little loud out of hands, okay? It got a little bit out of hands, y'all. So, it was no DV involved. That's for sure. That was a lie. Miss Talk to Me Girl Tay Tay. That was a whole lie. So, since you want to come at me and say that Wanda is over here lying, don't come at me, girl. Don't do that. Please don't do that.